my name is Rachie for those that don't know who I am. Welcome and hi if you are new. So today's video, I thought I'd talk to you guys about just the tricks and tips that I've been doing in order to ensure that my face stays consistent in the hot weather. Right now the sun is shining, which is getting me excited because obviously if you are in England, you know that 21st of June is the day when, God willing, things are just done. Okay, Rona is done. That's how I'm telling myself this. 21/06/21 is the day that we are all free basically, and I can leave my house and I can do what I need to do, but obviously still following the rules. You know what I mean? Like let's not take it too far. So one of my really good friends is actually in Ghana currently, and she sent me a message in regards to wanting to know what to do to ensure that her face stays consistent throughout when she's in hot weather. This girl is living her best damn life, yeah. It's actually disgusting. She's living her best life and I can't blame her because England right now is but because of this message, it kind of brought to mind of me kind of sharing the same tips with you guys, because I really just want to share what I have been going through and what I've been doing. So I thought I'd just share it with you guys. So let's get into it. First thing I will definitely say is be careful of how you apply certain things. When it comes to the application, I will definitely say please don't use your hands in any cases at all, especially during this hot weather. I say this because your hands naturally produce oils, and when you are applying, like say you're somebody that applies makeup with their hands, because I have seen a lot of TikToks doing that, or you want to do something with your hands in regards to that, I would definitely say do not do that, only because your hands, as I said before, naturally produce oils all over your skin, and if you put your hand on your face, you're allowing your skin to just produce more oils, and then that's when just things may go a little left. When it comes to applying foundations or even putting on your primer, I would highly recommend either using a beauty blender or a brush. Second thing I would definitely say is please ensure that you're moisturizing your skin. Whether you're in a hot country or England is hot or Germany is hot or anywhere in the world is hot, don't forget to moisturize your skin. I think sometimes we can be naive in thinking that because we, or myself for instance, I am black, I am melanin child, I shouldn't moisturize, but that's not actually the case. You not moisturizing and you not allowing your skin to have the moisture means that your skin is naturally producing more oils, which just in turn means that you're gonna have an oily skin, and we don't want that. So you make sure that it does have an SPF 30 in it. It's going to protect you, but also still ensure that your skin is quite like hydrated as well. Next following thing I would definitely say is also ensuring that you are using a primer. I think something that I can definitely say with my own personal experience was that I actually never used a primer until 2-3 years ago with myself. One of the hot countries that I go to every year is Ghana. When I am in Ghana, I would just literally just slap so much powder on my face that it wasn't really helping me out in any case. So then it wasn't until recently where I realized that having a primer does help slow down the process of oils coming through. Myself, for instance, I've got a combination of dry and oily skin, so the primer that I tend to get is a silicone based primer. I do also like a hydrating primer because I still want my skin to breathe at the same time. But if you are somebody that does have a very oily skin, I would highly recommend finding a primer that's more so mattifying, so the oils don't come out as fast as they're supposed to. For me, my favorite all-time primer till this day is the Laura Mercier silicone primer. It is a little bit on the pricey side, but I will highly say to get this one, because when I have been in hot weather in this England, we know when the sun shines for 2 minutes but you're still sweating unnecessarily. Yes, this England, and I've tried using the primer before. I'm not joking, it was very, very good. So I could definitely recommend getting a primer such as that. And I also have got the e.l.f. hydrating primer as well, which is another one of my favorites. No joke, I feel like my skin is genuinely breathing when I have this particular primer on, so I'll definitely highly recommend getting that one as well. Translucent powders need to be your best friends. Let me tell you why. Know what the aim and agenda is of why they have been produced. They're here to stop they're here to help with the process of not creasing your concealer, but as well as that, I feel like translucent powders have been very effective and again blocking those oils or slowing down the process of having those oils. For myself, when it is a hot weather, I tend to start the process off by creaming my face, putting on a primer with a brush or a beauty blender, it's up to you, and then putting on a translucent powder. If you see my very first official video, I will be putting it here, here. It's gonna be somewhere here. The first things that I did was actually put on a translucent powder all over my face. During that time, it was, I think we were in 2020, and it was summertime and it was quite hot. So for me, what I would do is literally get a primer, put a translucent powder on, and then apply my foundation. Your foundation needs a foundation. I would put on a translucent powder because having the translucent powder on top of my primer kind of, again, slowed down the process, and I felt like my foundation and my concealer and everything that I was putting on my face was lasting a lot longer. And with that being said, I will say put on a translucent powder only in the areas that you're more likely to have oils coming through. For myself, for instance, my oily areas have to be my T-zone and probably like my nose here. When I have a translucent powder, I like to really ensure that I'm getting those areas before applying the foundation. And I'm not joking, I feel like when I put the foundation on, it looks more matte, but as well as that, I see a difference throughout the day. When it comes to using your brushes, it's lovely that you're using your brushes, but make sure, especially in the hot weather, that you're washing your brushes as consistently as you possibly can. If it is possible, try washing your brushes. And I know this is a general rule anyway, but I mean, really do look out for this when you are when it is hot, or when you are in a hot country, that you're washing your brushes consistently. Say you're using the beauty blender, using your same old beauty blender over and over again means that bacteria are going into your beauty blender, and that's not good for your skin anyway, which can irritate your skin, and which also means that you're more likely to have pimples coming through, and it's just gonna get long for everybody. Whatever fits you, try washing that beauty blender or that brush and just let it hang there and let it air dry, just so you're allowing any bacteria to kind of be washed away, and then you can just start the same process again the following day. Say this again, you still have to wash your brushes consistently. Do not forget that I'm saying that, but I'm saying in the hot weather, make sure you're doing that regardless. Using a pressed powder will be your best friend. Now, y'all already know I love pressed powders. I have been talking about this for probably 2 months now. I think I prefer them a little bit more than banana powders, only because I like what it's doing here. And here and here and here. I think that the level of tone that it's giving me, I genuinely love it and I'm obsessed with it. If my makeup kind of goes this side, I would use a pressed powder just to kind of politely dab it on the areas of my skin, and through that you will see that things start to look more matte and your face starts to look like you just put it on 2 seconds ago. I will say this, like, if it's not a pressed powder, I'll do it with a translucent powder. If it's not with a translucent powder, I'll do it with a banana powder. They're like my 3 go-to things when it is hot. Do not apply additional makeup when you are sweating. Listen, whether you're in a hot country or England decides to be hot, I will say this, don't just keep applying it because you're sweating, because you're allowing your makeup to look more cakey, and that's not really what the agenda is. I mean, if this is what you want, you can have what you want, you know what I mean? Like, if you feel sweaty at any stage, allow yourself to go to a room where you can kind of air yourself off and just allow yourself to dry off. I say this because I did Miss Ghana UK in 2016, and I did the dancing section, and I remember I was sweating because I was just hot, and obviously I was doing what I needed to do. So I just remember we were going on to one of the segments and my face was quite oily, like it was sweating a lot, and they were like, we need to apply makeup on her. And one of the makeup artists said, no, don't do this, let's wait for her to be, let's cool her down first and then apply it on. So then I asked, like, why do you have to do that? Because I genuinely didn't know. And she said, because if I now apply the makeup on whilst you're sweating, your face is gonna look blotchy, because I've just literally removed half the makeup off your face. And I know this could be like an easy 101 trick or whatever, but having said that to me really has stuck in my mind. So when I am really hot, I don't want to put anything on my face until I get to a cool room. If I need to apply a little bit there and a little bit there, I will do that. So I'll definitely say like follow that rule. Not wearing too much makeup, I would say, is probably the next step. You don't have to go all out. Depending on your preference, you don't really have to put on a lot of makeup. If you've seen my previous video, I can show you guys how I do my minimalistic makeup look, or no makeup look per se. And I feel like not applying so much makeup when you're in the sun, I think, is really helpful for you as well. You don't want to feel like you've added on so much that you're now feeling uncomfortable. So ensuring that you're putting a little bit on here, a little bit on there, I think is really effective for you to do. I think one thing I'll definitely advise is getting a BB cream or CC cream. They're not necessarily classified as foundations, but they are there to help out. So if you see the previous video, I spoke about the e.l.f. new creams, and I love them. I'm currently wearing the creams on my face, and I honestly love them. I have not stopped using them. Honestly, my face doesn't feel like I'm doing too much, and I just love that I feel more comfortable in it. Brows. I know a lot of my friends always complain about having like oily brows, and obviously that is the most annoying thing, because imagine you're going out, you're dancing, you're doing whatever you're doing, you meet your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever you want to meet, yeah, and then this goes. Something that I've been doing a lot more recently is putting a translucent powder on your brows, because again, putting translucent powder, this really and truly, this reverts back to what I've said previously. Using a translucent powder on your brows or any areas that you feel like is oily really will help the process in just ensuring that your makeup can last longer. As well as that, for me personally, I really like putting translucent powder on my brows, because I like that it kind of takes away the color a little bit. It looks a little bit more faded. So having that on my brows is like my favorite thing. A clear brow gel and allow your makeup, your eyebrow makeup, to just stick on as well. This, I would say, is definitely the most important tip to take on just having a really good skin routine. I say this, and I will say this, and I will continue to say this, okay? Having a really good skin routine, especially in the heat, whether you've got oily skin, dry skin, combination of the both, is so important, especially in the hot weather, because when you are sleeping, waking up, this again brings back to what I said previously, really means that you're allowing your skin to breathe, and you're allowing your skin to go through what it needs to go through. Because I have oily and dry combination skin, when it is winter time, the moisturizing that I go through is actually disgusting, and I'm not even gonna lie. Whereas the moisturizing that I do during the summertime is still as intense, but there's extra added on layer onto it, because with the summertime I still want to make sure that my skin stays as hydrated as it possibly can be. So that right here concludes my whole video of the tips and tricks that I do to ensure that my skin and my makeup stays 100 throughout. If you guys really like the video, please make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe. Share it with everybody you know. Thank you so much for watching my video this far, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.